In this example, I will show you one of my trading in the last few weeks, and you can see here is a pound USD. And now I will analyze from the first step to the end, and you can see that here is a 4 hours time frame. So the first thing you need to do with the 4 hours time frame is you need to define the structure of the market from the left side to the right side. You can see that the market now is lower low and the lower high. It means that price now is down movement. And when you can define the structure of the market, the step number 2 you need to define is where it is strongest supply zone in the 4 hours time frame for this down movement. And you can see very obviously here is the strongest supply zone in the 4 hours time frame creates the lowest low. And if the price can break this supply zone, it means that down movement can change to the up movement. But at this time, current price still below this demand zone, this supply zone. Therefore, you're still looking for the sell for this orders. And one more thing, maybe you ask why this one is not the strongest supply zone in the 4 hours time frame. And you can see very obviously here is just a continuous supply zone in the market. And here we have the pullback very obviously, and from the pullback price down very strongly. And I normally just define the supply zone from the very obviously pullback like the key levels. And for the continuous supply zone, normally I will skip it, even because you can see very obviously that in this level just have a some the candle like the base, like the range in the market cannot show you power joy in this market. And how the seller can cover this buy pressure change into the selling pressure. This one can show you very obviously, and therefore this case is the strongest supply zone in the 4 hours time frame. And when you can divide two factors, the first one is the structures and the second one is the supply zone. Therefore I will jump on into the 1 hour time frame. And on the 1 hour time frame I will analyze first step. You need to analyze structures from the supply zone of the 4 hours to current price, the first one, also of the structure of the market. You can see here is the structure also lower low and lower high, and you can see that continuous supply zone in the 4 hours now become the strongest supply zone in the 1 hour time frame. So you can know how the multiple time frame can help you to analyze with the supply and demand, and this is the reason why you can skip continuous supply and demand zone in the trading, because multiple time frame can help you to define this very obviously. And when you can define structures and the strongest supply zone in the 1 hours, you can see that now the market creates a lower low and lower high and the strongest supply zone. But at this time, current price already break the strongest supply zone in the 1 hour. Therefore, in the 1 hour's movement now changes from the down movement to up movement. And for this case, you need to define one more thing, structures of the up movement. And you can see very obviously, structure now go like this. And the next step, you need to define the strongest demand zone of the up movement in the 1 hour time frame. And with the structure like this, here is the demand zone in the 1 hour. And you may ask why this level is not demand zone of the 1 hour. Here it also is a demand zone of the 1 hour, but it's not the strongest demand zone in the 1 hour, because this one cannot create the highest high in the market. When this high break out of the recent high and the tail already go inverse into the reverse high. Therefore, this one is still not a highest high, and the structure is still like this, and here is the strongest demand zone of the 1 hour. Therefore, I only focus on the strongest one and another one just for reference for the trading stop. And at this one, we can see that with these structures, you can trading with non-confluence strategy. And for this case, for example, you can entry at these levels and take profits in the very near of the 4 hours time frame, because you can see on the left side have allowed the Dow candle continuously. Therefore, you also need to take profits with the gap supply zone of 4 hours to be safety in trading. And for this case, I will jump into the 50 minutes time frame to find out where is best place to entry, where is the best place to stop loss. Now I just have where is best place to take profit solely. on the 50 minutes time frame, you also see one more thing. Price now already changed from the up movement to the down movement. The first one, structure very obviously here like this. High high and high low from the left side to the right side. And here is strongest demand zone of the 50 minutes time frame. But at this time, you can see that the market already break at these levels. It means that price already changed from this up movement to down movement in the 50 minutes time frame. And you also see how this demand zone is strong. One time fail breaks, second time fail breaks, and the third time go and pull back again to the recent high 50 minutes time frame and go down very strongly until the demand over 1 hour. And now is a down movement in the 50 minutes time frame. For you need to define one more thing, structures of the down movement. And you can see that structure now like this. Therefore, the second step in the 50 minutes time frame, you need to define the strongest supply zone in the 50 minutes time frame. And here also the strongest one I need to know. And for this case, let I come into the 1 hour time frame to see the whole pictures of this one. The first one, 4 hours, now is a down movement. And the 1 hour is an up movement, and price come into the strongest demand zone in the 1 hour time frame. And in the 50 minutes time frame is a down movement as well. And at this time, the scenario I want to looking for is the price come into the demand zone of the 1 hour and break out of the strongest supply zone in the 50 minutes time frame to change direction in the 50 minutes time frame from the down movement to up movement, same as 1 hour, and I will entry into the market. If the forex card is not like I say, I will skip it and don't trade. I will focus and find if there any the chance on other pairs. I will skip this pair this time. And so let's come into the 50 minutes time frame and see what happened next in the market. And at this time, we have no data, have no information to analyze more. Therefore, I will wait and move towards several candles to see what happened in the market. And you can see that the market still go down several times. And this order just said several. I still not set an order. This one is just for reference. I still wait the market break out this supply zone in 50 minutes time frame to make sure my entry. And you can see that market come into the 1 hour's strongest demand zone and now pull back into the supply zone and go down again. And now already break with the strongest marble candle and close the bowl of this supply zone. Therefore, you need to define one more thing. Where is the best place of the entry? With the direction like this, you can see that in 50 minutes time frame also of the up movement. So for this up movement, where is the structures? Structure now like this. Might be this one is the strongest demand zone in the 50 minutes time frame, and therefore I can entry at this. But the high at this level is not obviously because only one candle go out of this high, of the recent high, and this candle is a bean bar candle, pull back again. Therefore I need to wait more. And for this case, you can see that only one candle break out from the recent high. Therefore, here is the strongest. You can define here is strongest demand zone of the 50 minutes time frame. Because as I said before, every people wanna buy at the lowest price. Therefore, the recent low always the best demand zone in the market. Therefore, for this case, I can entry at this time when price create the candle like this, the bean bar candle, come from the strongest demand zone in the 50 minutes time frame. Also same as level with the strongest demand zone in the 1 hour time frame. And therefore my take profits will come into very near of the supply zone in the 4 hours. And now I already have the best entry, best stop loss, and best take profits because you entry in the unconfluence strategies. Therefore, you also make sure your stop loss quite far than normally and lower than the demand zone is my safeties. You can see that when you entry with this non-confluence strategies, so stop loss is quite big, 31.5 pips. Normally, I just entry in the markets with 7 to more than 10 pip a little bit, but for this case, the stop loss is 30.1.5 pips. And therefore, for this case, you can reduce your loss side to reduce your loss in the money, to make sure that you still lost a lot of money while you fail on this trade. And so let's see what happened in the market. So you can see that the market retests again this demand zone 1-2 times. You can see how the market go very slowly. And with the high fluctuation in the market, and I will move on in the 1 hour to see how the market go quickest. And for this guy, you also can set this recent high in the risky zone, and it's to close half of the trade if the market is not support for the trade. And you can see that I already take profits, which the reward ratio is a 4.19 times. Also the best trade, but for this trade, the stop loss is quite big, 31.5 pips, and the take profit is only 131 pips. This is not my favorite trade because I normally trade with the stop loss is 7 pips. And that is also the thing to understand how we can analyze and trading is a multiple time frame in the confluence strategies and non-confluence strategy. That is the very best strategies you can follow and grow up your trading career. And thank you very much, and see you next lesson.